This is something, if you have used a very fast elevator, you would have felt this. So if you happen to go up the elevator and if it's moving fast, you would feel a pressing force down the floor, that is. But when you're slowing down to come to a stop, you would have felt a bit lighter. And this can be felt even in roller coaster rider and elevator, yeah. Then if you are on a bike or a car and by chance if there is a uphill and for a second you are going fast and you didn't realize that there is a uphill and you jump, I mean the gadi goes up and then falls. I don't know if you guys have felt that. So what I mean is, say you have a bump or a really steep thing and then fall. Basically, again, concept of roller coaster, you know. So you don't realize it, but you go, and then the gadi, not exactly plummets, but it has it'll be in air for a few seconds. So if you guys have felt that by chance some point of time, you would have felt and you understand the concept of apparent weight. That's what we are talking about. See, there is a true weight. True weight is the force, gravitational pull that is constant near the surface of the earth. But when you go through such a scenario, right, your weight per se or the normal push, it will be different. So you feel your weight, right? You feel your weight because you're able to stand on something. But if you are in water, the scenario is different, right? You feel lighter. You can carry someone also. Have you done that by chance? Have you, played on wherein you would have, this is a scenario wherein you can't carry a person, not that easily. So on your back, you can kind of carry, but not that easily. But in water, you will be able to carry someone. Of course, inside the water and so on and so forth. So at least you will be able to lift someone. It's not that hard compared to if you're outside. Maybe here you will be able to lift a bag, I guess, maximum. Or you guys are in 12, so maybe a bit more than a bag. A person also. Right? So this is in water. You guys are holding your air and so on and so forth. So you'll be able to kind of lift someone, push someone, and all of that is happening. But as the gravitational pull changed over here compared to over here, no, right? You'll weigh the same. As in the gravity, just the gravity, the pull will be the same. But yeah, you will not weigh the same. I'll correct the statement. You will not weigh the same. It's for a reason, that is your buoyant force and all of that. That we'll be studying in fluid topics. So point is, because of different circumstances, how much you weigh, the feel of it changes. So weight, it's to do with the feel of it, the experience of it is to do with the normal force. That's why we just studied the normal force. If the normal force changes, then what you feel changes. And that's what we are going to look at. The weighing scale does not actually read your mass. Think about it. It can't read your mass. Mass is nothing but accumulation of all the things that you're made up of. It reads the force that is exerting on it. If you guys go to a physicist, right? A physician, sorry, not physicist, a physician. Or any doctor ke paas, if you go and if they ask you to stand on a weighing scale, okay, that's not a good diagram of weighing scale, but let me make it a bit smaller. If you happen to stand on a weighing scale, if you keep your leg out, just try doing that. If you guys keep your leg out The person will tell, the nurse person will tell, keep it in. Why is that? And of course, you have to be keeping touching the floor, by the way. And you guys read the reading. In this case, your weight or your mass will be less. The reading will be less more than anything. The reading will be less. Do you guys agree? I've seen that. If not, you guys observe. Or you can take up one more scenario wherein you're with a bag, right? Standing on a weighing scale. What happens? The reading will be more. In this case, it will be more. Of course, that's for a reason. Because you have something on you, right? So again, understand that the machine does not read your physical mass. As in, directly, it won't count the things that you guys are made up of. Indirectly, it will measure by the force that you exert on the machine. Basically, it works because of normal force. So weighing machine, if you talk to weighing machine, if you guys get a chance, if you guys get to talk to a weighing machine, try doing that. And if you ask it, right, how is your house running? Because of whom? It will tell gravity, normal force, and so on and so forth. Right? So it is able to tell that. Yeah, it will tell that. So what if we take this away? What if you jump? Don't do that, but on a weighing scale, don't do that. You might break it. So what if you jump? You can ask someone who is small to do that. A little bit of jump. Maybe a kid who weighs less. Maybe a first grader or a LKG, UKG kid who are listening to you and who can jump on the scale a bit, not too much. So the reading will not be the same. So all that I'm trying to make a point is the feel, the weight that we feel is because of gravitational pull and normal force and all of that. So what if we change the normal force? What happens? That's why we have the heading of apparent. Right? Appears to be so. So the weighing scale does not read your actual weight, it reads the force it experiences. So if you increase or decrease the force on it, that is the normal force, it will give different reading. Actually, normal force is what you experience. So indirectly, what I'm telling is how much weight or how much force you guys are putting on that. If you change that, then the weighing scale will read differently. So all the possibilities can be seen in an elevator. That's why we are taking this concept. And of course, this is used in many places. Right? Even in International Space Station, the apparent weight concept is well pretty much there, and it's a big issue. Now, space travel will be a big issue, and apparent weight is something that is one of the problems for which you have people trying to come up with different solutions. Rotating disk kind of rotating, not disk actually, ring kind of structure. So on the outer ring, you settle people and it keeps rotating. There are quite a few solutions. So you can web search about all of that. So it is linked to this topic. So we make the elevator to be at rest, to move up, that is speed up, upward but slow down, downward but speeding up, downward but slowing down, and free fall. And we get to observe the acceleration, the net force, and the apparent weight. Okay, so there are a bunch of derivation that we're looking at. So that would be done in the next set of videos. So welcome to the world of apparent weight. I hope you guys enjoy this part. You will fail actually.